Too bad freak. After we purchased the land for our monastery in 1983, we were broke. We were in debt. There was no building on the land, not even the set. The first few weeks, we slept on outdoors we had bought cheaply from the service yard. We write them on bread at each corner to leave them off the ground. There were not mattresses. Of course, we were forest monks. The abode had a bedroom. The flat one. My door was raised with the shiny porthole in the center where the door handle would have been. I was glad the doorknobs had been removed, but that left a hole in the airy center of my doorbell. I thought that now I wouldn't need to get out of bed to go to the toilet. To call the truth was, however, that the wine would come up throughout the hole. I didn't sleep much those nights. We were poor monks who needed buildings. We couldn't afford to employ the builders. The materials were expensive enough. So I had to learn how to build, how to repair the foundations, like concrete and brick, erect the roof, but in the lumping, the whole lot. I had been a theoretical physicist and high school teacher in life, not just working with my hands. After a few years, I became quite skilled at building, even calling my creative BBC Buddhist Building Company. But when I started, it was very difficult. It's made it easy to lay a brick, tear dollars of mortar and the nave, a little tap here, a little tap there. When I began laying bricks, I tapped one corner down to match its level and another corner was go up. So I tapped the corner down, then brick would move out of light. After a net is back into light, the first corner would be too high again. You try it. Being a monk, I had patience, and as much time I admit, I made sure every single brick was perfect, no matter how long it took. Eventually, I completed my first brick once and stood back to admire it. It was only then that I noticed, oh no, I made two bricks. All the other bricks were nicely in line, but they two were inclined at an angle. They looked terrible. They spoiled the whole world. They ruined it. By then, the salmon monster was too hard for the bread to take out. So I asked a boat if I could knock the wall down and start over again, or even better, blow it up. I made a mess of it and I was very embarrassed. The abbot said no, the wall has to stay. When I saw our first visitors around our fleshly monastery, I always tried to avoid taking them past my brick wall. I hate anyone see it. Then one day, some 3 or 4 months after I finished it, I was walking with a visitor and he shouted the word. "That's not a word," he casually remarked. "Sure," I replied in surprise. "Have you left your glasses in your car? Are you visually impaired? Can't you see those 2 bad breaks which spoil the whole world?" What he said never changed my whole view of that world, of myself, as of many other aspects of life. He said, "Yeah, I can see those 2 bad breaks, but I can also see 998 good breaks as well." I was stunned. For the first time in over 3 months, I could see all the breaks in that one apart from the 2 mistakes. A pool below, to the left and to the right of the bad break were good breaks, perfect breaks. Moreover, the perfect breaks were many, many more than the 2 bad breaks. Before, my eyes would focus exclusively on my 2 mistakes. I would apply to everything else than peer looking at this world, or have its other seized. That was why I wanted to destroy this. Now that I could see the good break, the one didn't look so bad after all. It was, as the visitor had said, a nice world. It's till the now, 20 years later. But I've forgotten exactly where those bad breaks are. I literally cannot see those my mistakes anymore. How many people and relationships all get divorced because all they can see in their partner are 2 bad breaks? How many of us become depressed or even contemplate suicide because all we can see in ourselves are 2 bad breaks? In the truth, there are many, many more good breaks, perfect breaks, a pool below, to the left and to the right of the faults. But at times, we just can't see them. Instead, every time we look, our eye focuses exclusively on the mistakes. The mistakes are all we see, and they are all we think are there. So, we want to destroy them. And sometimes, sadly, we do destroy the very nice world. We all got all 2 bad breaks, but the perfect breaks in each one of us are much more than the mistake. Once we see this, things aren't so bad. Not only can we live in the peace with ourselves, illusions of our fault, but we can also enjoy living with partners. It's bad news for lovers, but good news for you. I have told this Agnes those many times. After one occasion, a builder came up to me and told me a professional secret. We builders also meditate, he said, but we tell our clients that it is an original filter. We no longer all the house in the neighborhood like it, and then we charge them a couple of $1,000 extra. So the unit filters in your heart brutally start out as meditate. In the same way, what you might take to be meditate in yourself, in your partner, or in life in the general, can become unite filters. Accelerate your time here. Once you stop focusing on them as closely.